This is a HeadGum podcast.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, you know, to check and make sure you've got a table by the window when you're taking someone special out to dinner at a scenic restaurant and you want to make it an extra memorable night.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Pretty little episode.
Guys, you're not going to believe this. It's a pretty little episode with me, Mae Martin, and my handsome co-host,
Fortune Feimster.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mae.
How are
Good
you?
to see you, bud.
Yeah, you too. And usually I'm wearing a hat, but I'm not.
Well, I couldn't get my act together today. I woke up really early thinking like, I'm going to go get a coffee and then I'm going to go tread my water.
Yeah.
And the coffee journey ended up taking like an hour and a half. Because I went to this place like a further away because it's these really good coffees and the traffic sucked and then the line was like out the door and
Yeah.
no treading water. So that's why I've not
You look
showered or anything.
absolutely stunning. You look absolutely stunning. I also went on a coffee walk this morning. Mornings are rough for me, but I was like, I'm going to take a page out of Fortune's book and like get up. And then I went to the Silver Lake Reservoir and I was walking
Yeah.
around. It's so hot and sunny. Like it's
very
already
hot today.
It's bacon hot. And Fortune, I found basically the epicenter of handsome listeners, I think.
You did?
Silver Lake Reservoir. I think 6 separate people were like, keep it handsome. Like it was so uplifting. And the best one was just as I was getting ready to leave, and this amazing woman goes, I just hear behind me, is that my handsome Mae? And I'm like, yes, it is.
That's so cute.
And then she comes, this amazing woman, and I'm like, what are you up to today? She goes, I was just watching Handsome on YouTube. And then she said, well, I'm doing my slow walk. And she was with a few people. I'm like, well, what's the slow walk? And she goes, you get a group of people together. And the only rule is you walk as slow as the slowest person.
Okay, I like that.
Isn't that nice? So you just have a nice little amble around.
You gotta make sure you don't have fast friends.
Yeah, no fast friends.
No fast friends are invited to this chat.
Yeah, no,
I love that so much. Maybe I'll have to go to have coffee with you sometime at the reservoir.
Dude, if you need a
we'll
little...
just walk around going, looking around.
Looking around. And the nice thing is that everyone has dogs. So I met a bunch of good dogs. I met these 2 dogs called Lulu and Zuko.
Cute.
Lulu was like this shiny golden retriever, like full of beans, little pink collar, and then Zuko, different vibe. Zuko was like Zuko was a little kooky and kind of like black, like I think a cattle dog of some sort.
Yeah.
But they were an odd pair, these 2, and I just thought, I wonder if Zuko resents Lulu for being like so people pleasy and everyone loves Lulu. Like I was loving Lulu, and then I thought, it's probably a lot of pressure for Lulu too. Like some days she wants to just be a little runt.
And which one was the golden retriever?
Lulu. Yeah, and she just was like, I'm the star pupil, but
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, golden retrievers are just full of life, and it's hard not to like just love all of them immediately because they also come with that good energy.
Such good energy. Yeah, but then Zuko, I was like, there's depth there, and Zuko needs support too.
I went to Runyon Canyon yesterday and was around a ton of dogs.
It's nice.
Met 2 golden retrievers, met a 3-legged pom.
What's a pom? Oh, Pomeranian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and do you bring Biggie on these walks or no?
No, it was too hot for him.
Yeah.
These dogs were a little bit meatier, except for the 3-legged pom was just taking a little tiny trip in his mom's arms, but obviously not hiking.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something about being around a bunch of dogs.
Is Runyon Canyon where you met Jeff Probst, or you see celebrities there, right? You're hiking around. You see.
There's 2 canyons that are popular. Runyon's one, and Fryman is the other one.
Okay.
Runyon's the Hollywood, in the middle of Hollywood. Fryman's more the Valley, Studio City.
Okay, I think I gotta go to Fryman's.
Fryman. So Runyon is like more uphill, more incline, a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
It's a bit more sceney, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fryman, you'll see people here and there, but it's there's a uphill part, but it's not as crazy.
I love the idea of a sceney hike.
That would be Runyon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to Runyon then. I want to
Yeah.
see Probst.
I don't do Runyon very often, but I went there to meet a bunch of dogs.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, good to start your day walking around in the sun.
it sure is. That's the beauty of LA. That it has a bad rap, but a lot of sunshine and
Lot of
hiking.
sunshine.
Hiking's very popular. No
And a
one
lot of-
walks in the city, but they will hike.
Yes, and a lot of nice little coffee shops. I had a corn cake, I want to say, for breakfast. It was like a corn bread muffin, but inside was marmalade, orange marmalade.
Ooh,
Oh
that
man,
sounds
it
nice.
was good.
There's a lot of good coffee shops in Silver Lake.
Hell yes. I never say
Yeah.
hell yes, but felt right
Hell
in the
yeah.
moment. Hell yes.
And you can walk you're walkable where you are.
I actually did take an Uber to the reservoir. I could have walked, but I took an Uber Black to the walk.
An Uber Black, you are hilarious that you take these fancy Ubers places.
I don't know why I do it. It's a habit I have to break.
They're expensive.
Well, sometimes when you look on the app, they're the same price. And
well, if it's the same price, then yeah. But
you know what I
if
like?
you're just going like 10 minutes down the road, you don't really need an Uber Black.
No, it's psychotic. But I think what I like about it is they wait for 15 minutes.
And you're never ready.
I'm never ready. I'll book my Uber when I'm still in bed in my pajamas.
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, shit, I gotta, and then I get up, I rinse, and then
You're like, I'm paying for you to wait for me, buddy.
And I always have to message them going, be right there. And they go, okay. And then I get in and I always say, thanks for waiting. And they go, okay.
Yeah. I'm very like, I'm very time oriented.
Yeah, that's
so
why
I know the exact
successful.
amount of time I need to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I usually have it pretty mapped out in my head when I need to call the Ubs.
Do you get like guilt if you don't have, like, if you have an evening where you're doing fuck all, do you have like a feeling in your stomach like I should be using this time?
No, I mean, as busy as I am and like as crazy as my schedule gets, I love a sit on the couch, do nothing night.
Yes.
And or a Sunday afternoon. I do not sweat it. I'm like, I hadn't done anything. I don't care. I'm in my sweatpants.
That's so nice.
Because I know how hard I work. And I'm like, I know I'm not lazy.
Yeah.
But I will have a lazy day here and there because I need it.
That's really nice. I saw Sinners the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Loved it.
Everyone's said such great things about it.
Well, I like vampires. I'm a vampire guy. Like, there's something horny about vampires.
Oh, and horny.
So horny,
we
right?
All agree.
Yeah. And the person I saw it with did not know it was a vampire movie. So like half an hour into it, or 40 minutes when it was revealed to be vampires, like she thought it was just a Western. So she was like, what the fuck? Which was pretty juicy watching
It is important to know it's about vampires going into it.
Or let it surprise you.
Or a real twist.
Yeah. Hey, should we see what our listeners want to ask us today?
Yellow Cowboy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi, handsomes. This is Katie from Portland, Oregon. I'm a veterinarian and a big animal lover, and I know you all love animals too. I love hearing about Kitty City, Biggie with his big sparkling lively eyes, and the little tiny pups that Mae had recently. My question for you is, if you could be reincarnated as any animal, what would you want to come back as and why?
Oh, incredible question. Incredible. Well, I have a theory that people are either birds or dogs. I think of the handsome world, I think maybe Tig might be a bird.
I can see that.
I think we're dogs, maybe. No, Tig has sort of Australian cattle dog energy too sometimes, but so I think dog, and I think having just spoken about golden retrievers, like I think that'd be pretty good because the thing about golden retrievers is they take the love they're given and they're thrilled about it. Like, I don't think they're ever going, ugh, I wish I had no needs and I could just wait for somebody to get home and then shower them with love and not have
And
any
golden
needs
retrievers
of
seem
my own.
oblivious to like bad stuff.
Oh, they're not stressed
No,
about
they're
climate
too blessed
change.
to be
Yeah.
stressed.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check that when your friend is into jewelry, their birthstone, so you can pick out some pieces that are perfect for them.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Yeah, golden retriever or like a dolphin would be cool, but I think they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders. They're too smart. What about you?
I mean, I know this is weird because Biggie is right here. He really does have the best life.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Pomeranians in general seem to be well taken care of. Their owners are obsessed with them.
Yeah.
I've not. There's few times I've seen a Pomeranian not being doted on by many.
How funny that we both chose animals based on like receiving constant love from humans. Like we both chose.
The only bummer is that dogs don't live long enough.
That's fine. Like, let me shuffle off the mortal coil when it's all become too much, Like, I just today was talking to someone and being like, I don't know that I fear. I mean, obviously, God forbid, like, don't want to perish, but
we don't want that.
I've read enough like mystical things and seen enough like people who've had near-death experiences and stuff that I'm like, I think it is just like a huge relief and you get absorbed into some universal love and peace. And I'm like, I think that'll be fine. The sadness comes from the people you leave behind. But
that's true, because they're still dealing with that grief.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't mind. A golden retriever is what, 14 years?
12 to 14.
Yeah, is that not enough? Like, how?
I don't know.
Do we really need more than that?
Poms can be anywhere from 13 to like 19.
Really?
Yeah, it just depends.
Oh fuck! You know what would be cool?
Biggie's 11.
Oh, cutie! Those giant tortoises that they can. There was one that was around when Darwin was around, and it lived like 100 years. This tortoise.
That's definitely too long.
But maybe time moves at a different speed when you're just lumbering around.
Yeah. I don't want to live. I would like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, there's this Greenland shark that has been alive since Napoleonic times. It's like 400 years old. It's still alive now.
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks, right? Like,
no
just
thanks.
Blind and floating through the ocean, kind of confused.
Even with humans, the one when they're like, so Martha just celebrated her 108th birthday. I'm like, no,
really, yeah,
don't want that.
yeah.
Because Martha's like, what's Martha got to look forward to,
Yeah. The only thing is, there's a lot of books I'd like to read. So if I can still read and understand books, I could just hang on for another couple decades just reading and catching up. Like even if I'm sitting in a chair,
All right. Well, let's hear Katie's answer.
Yes, please.
Unlike folks who choose a majestic wild animal like an eagle or a dolphin, I'm not interested in coming back as a creature who has to really work for a living. I would choose to be a pampered house cat.
Yeah.
These cats have it so freaking good. They sleep 18 hours a day. They have a full staff caring for their every need, often overfeeding them. Some even have a custom catio to enjoy.
A catio.
They've really got it made. So I choose a house cat.
Katie is in line with our thinking.
They sleep 18 hours a day? For real?
That seems like a lot. 18?
I've never had a cat, so I don't know.
All I know is that they seem to really come alive at night when you're trying to sleep, and it's just these like irregular patterns of like across the house.
And don't they like jump on their owners' like heads and stuff during the middle of the night?
Right. Well, that's the thing, they say that it could fall asleep on your head and suffocate you.
Oh.
Well, this is why I'm dog.
Yeah.
I'm dog.
Yeah, Biggie just saddles up to me and lays like he just like lays in my nook.
In your nook?
My nooks.
You mean
like where my knee, like where your knees kind of bend.
Oh,
He'll like dig into there, or like if I'm on my side, he'll dig into like my back.
yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
love it. Let's hear another one.
Hi, handsomes. This is Lori from New Jersey. I listen to you guys all the time. Love you. My question is about nature versus nurture. So, I found out in my late 40s that I was conceived via sperm donor, big family secret, all sorts of
Oh.
messy, as you can imagine, and have since met and gotten quite close with some of my dibblings, or donor siblings, as we say. And it's been shocking to me, with my sister in particular, how similar we are. And I'm just curious if you have any thoughts about nature versus nurture and the importance of DNA.
I think you and I can get to the bottom of this. Fuck
Yeah, we're gonna
all these pro
we're gonna have all the
scientists.
answers.
Yeah, I mean that's
that's
fascinating.
an age-old question, right?
Yeah, that is super interesting. And you read about those like twins separated at birth who have identical lives.
I mean, I do think there are many characteristics that you share because of DNA, but you also hear of like the siblings, separated, having wildly different lives.
Yeah, or you could
based
grow
on economics, and if the parents were loving or together, or if there was an alcoholic in the family. I mean, that stuff definitely shapes you as well.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a combo. I don't know that you can just be based off one thing.
A complex combo of the two. And each quality is probably different. Like maybe there's like medical conditions that are largely nature, but maybe there's personality things that are purely nurture. I mean, I think about sexuality a lot, and I'm like, I tend to think that there's so much cultural stuff that they studied 1,000 different animal species, and they found bisexuality in all 1,000 species, and I've met people who say, yeah, if I was growing up now, 100% I would have been bi growing up and explored that part of myself, but I just, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. Like what was acceptable in certain times is what sort of was more prevalent.
Yeah, like that's why sometimes like born this way feels like kind of a cop out sometimes, because it's kind of being like, please let me live because I was just born this way and I can't help it. It's like, well, what if it is there's an element of it that is a choice as well.
Yeah, but that's probably why there's a spectrum of it, right? Like
Yeah.
some people were just like, this is me and this is who I've been since day one, and other people are like, I kind of, as I've gotten older, I'm curious about this thing.
Yeah, totally.
There's different versions of that, but
so we're saying nature.
I mean,
nurture.
I just think there's no way to not have a combo of the two. Like, I've also seen situations where people who've had to overcome a lot have like perseverance, or people that were given everything sometimes are like a little lazy. Again, these are all like generalizations. That it shapes, these circumstances shape you, and as far as how you approach the world.
Yeah, it seems like the general answer is it's a complex combo of the two. But I'm interested in Lori's story and meeting like biological part relatives and finding similarity. That's super interesting. Should we hear what she has to say?
I would say for me, what I've realized is that they both come into play. You cannot negate one or the other. And I guess the importance of one or the other maybe depends on your family upbringing. I had a fantastic childhood with my family, and I think I very much benefited from the nurture of my environment. But I also really appreciate now that I have this amazing connection with my sister, with whom I share half of the DNA from our sperm donor dad. Thanks, you guys, so much. Love you. Bye.
Thanks, Lori. You ever seen those videos of twins in the womb and they're like playing hide and seek in the womb?
No,
like
I don't
they're
think
literally,
I've seen that.
one of them is like hiding behind some uterine lining. It's insane. And they're like playing games with each other. And then when they're born, they continue playing those same games and stuff.
Oh, wow. Is it prevalent? Not that we're experts on twins, but that one's kind of like
stronger than the
stronger one.
Like, I mean, we'd have to ask Tig.
More dominant one, and then that kind of continues.
That's what I've always thought, but maybe that's like a 90s like a 90s belief.
I don't know. There's like sometimes you see these twins where there's like this like popular good looking one and then this like quiet nerdy one.
Yeah.
And I feel like the one was like the boss in the womb.
Yeah, getting all the nutrients and stuff. I mean, I'd be kind of pissed if I was a baby and I was like, this is supposed to be my time to like germinate, and then I've got to share this little thing with someone else.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of twins, I guess.
Yeah.
In my own personal life to really
we gotta ask
these questions.
Max and Finn. We're like, which one of you?
We could sit Max and Finn down and ask them some questions.
We're like, and are you resentful that your womb time was shared?
They're like, what? We just want to play baseball.
Yeah. Well, this was an absolute blast.
It sure was, May. I'm glad you started your morning off in such a pleasant way.
Yeah, and I have to do that. I have to say yes to when people invite me for like a coffee and just get out of the house and do that. Yeah.
I think that's gonna be my motto moving forward, is being open and saying yes to fun new opportunities and just seeing what life has to offer.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hit you up with some invites.
That's right,
I'll keep firing them at you, and then
please do.
Yeah,
we're gonna hang soon.
Do you play foosball?
I mean, I know how to play. I'm
okay.
I will get back into it for you.
I got a table, so
you did get a table.
I did get a table, and I want to have a tournament. You know,
I love you living your bachelor life.
I really am trying my best. But then deep down, I just want to be a golden retriever waiting for someone to come home.
Aw, didn't you have people over for I was out of town, so I'm not offended, for your birthday?
I did indeed, yeah.
And how was that? Was that your first big?
Yeah, it was my first, yeah. I mean, I'll talk about it in the main pod, but
gotcha.
It was a real blast. Thomas came, we played some foosball. Yeah, it was fun.
Well, we'll hear more about it when we're with our friend Tig.
Yeah, I had a touch of the old birthday depression, but powered through with all the pals.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad you were surrounded by your friends.
100%. Even the skunks came to visit late at night. The big bulbous boy and the little baby one.
That's because you guys had food around.
Oh, you're right, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm kind of want to, I mean, this is a slippery slope, but I want to leave. I want to attract the animals.
No, May, no.
I'm
no,
like,
my
I
friend.
leave garbage.
No, Dr. Doolittle. We're not doing that. Not at your house.
No,
because it will get out of control.
Yeah, there'd be coyotes and
just enjoy the ones that are coming in. Naturally.
Yeah, welcome them, but don't encourage them. Well, please keep submitting your questions. We're loving these.
That's right.
Go to speakpipe.com/handsomepod. Drop us a line. And keep telling your pals about the pod, and let us know what you want to hear from us and how you envision the future of Handsome.
That's right.
And if you see us walking around the reservoir, please approach us.
Please. I love being in the wild and someone telling me to keep it handsome. It's pretty fun.
It's the best. Yeah.
Well, good to see you, pal.
Good to see you.
I hope everybody has an awesome day.
Yeah, me too. I hope that too. And I hope everybody remembers to
keep it
pretty handsome. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like to check that when you go shopping at the mall and then stop for food at the food court, that you remember to grab your shopping bags before heading into the car. Do not let this very specific scenario happen to you.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That was a HeadGum podcast.